You're listening to the Bailey and Cronin Show. If you're easily offended, then you need to fuck off. Lock and load because the Bailey and Cronin Show starts now. Bailey and Cronin starts now. Now.
Right. But now, holy crap, dude. We had, Joe, the other night we had Applebee's, okay?
Yeah.
And I had, I usually don't eat an entree when I go there. I usually just order like 2 appetizers, and that's what I have for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I had the chicken wonton tacos and the boneless wings. Honey barbecue. Okay? So I ate chicken wonton tacos and honey barbecue chicken wings. There's no spice to be found in either one of those. The chicken wonton tacos have fucking coleslaw in them, for God's sake. I had the most...
coleslaw fucks you up bad.
For like heartburn?
Yes.
What is it?
There's something, I don't know, like... So
it can't be the cabbage, right?
It might be, and raw carrots do it to me, but I'll tell you, I used to eat the fuck out of coleslaw. Like, I loved it. I love it. And I haven't had it in 5 years now. Dude,
if that's what you may be onto something, because I've had to rack my brain. This was what's today? Thursday? So yeah. I had it on today's Friday.
Yeah.
We had Applebee's on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
We had it right before Corrupted, as a matter of fact. And I remember it was like right after Corrupted, I was playing Resident Evil 2, and I kept burping. It was just that burn, man.
I have
all
reflux.
The way down.
I have reflux now, and I think it's like what happens is I think everything gets burnt. Your lining gets all fucked up, and I don't think that. So I think if I was to heal for 6 months, I think I could eat coleslaw because I think then it wouldn't affect it, maybe. But
yeah,
I will tell you that if you
are you saying cold slaw?
Did I say cold slaw?
I can't remember. I think so.
Coleslaw.
I
might have said
it's so fucking good though,
it's a
man.
Dumb word. It's a fuck. I hate the word.
I love coleslaw though.
I want to put it all over my cock.
Dude, this shit is so good. Like KFC coleslaw is like the greatest slaw of all time.
If I eat it, there's a chance I'm like doing the whole like basically I get an uncontrollable like burping and I can't breathe.
Yep. Joe, after we got off the air Saturday, I kept like having hiccups, and I was like, "This is odd," because when that show ended, remember, we were all laughing our balls off.
Yeah,
and I thought maybe it was like some weird like reaction to like all that laughing, but then I'm burping, and until now, I thought it was the honey barbecue chicken wings.
That's the beginning of it. So like, what will happen later if you keep going with this, is you'll feel what I felt, but also your shoulder blades will start hurting. Like your back will hurt.
Oh, just don't say that.
It'll feel like someone's ripping out like your spleen. It's weird.
Dude, it's Sunday morning. I woke up and it felt like I had just binge drank all night. And I only had a 6-pack during Corrupted. Like it wasn't like I got wasted or anything like that. And sometimes I get heartburn after I drink, all night. And I went to Kroger.
Wasted.
What?
You get white girl wasted and make a mistake.
Oh, I got wasted. Somebody hold my hair. But I went to Kroger that morning and bought a bag of those antacid tablets, and I had to go to work that night, dude.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I was popping them like baby aspirin. I could not stop.
No, they don't help that. You got to get Prilosec or
that's what Keith said. Is that Prilosec OTC, that white trash faggot Larry King does? Not Larry King, but
that. But no,
Larry the Cable Guy.
So there's another one though. There's Prilosec works over time, so like that's different. I feel like it's better, but it works over time. But then there's the one that works like right away, and it's fucking called something that I can't think of. Nexium or something. I think it's Nexium. So if you take that right away, that will stop it right away. But here's what's weird about that one. If you say you have an attack like that, and it's really bad, and it gets really bad, and so you're like, fuck, I got to take one of those. So you take one of those. what happens to me at least is, especially if I take one and then I take one another time, like next week or something, my stomach starts. It almost feels like my acid production isn't enough in my stomach, so my stomach starts feeling like kind of like sick.
Right.
Like, it's just weird. Like it feels heavy, and I start feeling weird, but it's not as bad as.
Well, that's what happened. That's what happened to me by Tuesday. I killed that whole bag of antacids, and I told Keisha, I said, my stomach is still fucked up from whatever we had Saturday. Like, I still couldn't put my finger on the fact that it was honey barbecue chicken wings, and you're probably right, it was the coleslaw. So
yeah.
Listen, I didn't get Prilosec. Keisha told me I should. But I ended up spending like $5, and I bought a bottle of Alka-Seltzer tablets.
No, Jesus.
Like the capsules or whatever.
Yeah, I mean for being sick, like Well,
it's like for stomach acid.
Oh, okay.
It was. It said it was.
That makes me queasy. Those.
It said it was specifically for stomach acid and heartburn, and I had those, and I chewed up like 3 of them. Right out of, not gel caps. I'm sorry. Did I say gel caps?
I think you did. I mean, I said cold slaw earlier.
Well, yeah. So we're 1 for 1. But no, I had the not the gel caps, but the fucking. They look like Mentos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fresh maker.
I had 3 of those. I have not had to take a single one since then.
Jesus.
Dude. I don't maybe, and it was also like 3 days later, so that could have been it too. But I haven't had to have one since. I haven't had any issues. And I had pizza last night for dinner. Nothing. Yeah. And usually, like pasta sauce or any type of marinara sauce hits me pretty hard.
Yeah, pizza should hurt you a little bit.
And plus the pizza had like onions and green peppers and shit on it.
You know what though, dude? I'll tell you, like a lot of people used to say that about sauces to me, like people that had the acid reflux things and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And only now, like sauces really didn't bother me that much. They were like one of the last things to bother me. Now they like. So now what happens if I have pizza and stuff is I get heartburn, but I don't get the reflux. I get heartburn from pizza now, but if I have coleslaw, carrots, or clam chowder...
Fuck, man.
I mean, I might have a different...
So it's carrots.
But probably the carrots. It's something to do with raw vegetables. Like, if you were to have celery, it would be bad.
See, that's the thing, man. Like, we eat, like, there are times, like, we'll do, like, a dinner, and then we'll just, like, shave like carrots.
But I think you're getting way like more like smaller like you're getting the beginning of what I had, and it may never turn into what I have for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like whatever I have is really bad. Like if like it's really bad. It's not like a normal thing. It's like it feels like somebody's filling my throat up where I can't breathe, to like where it gets panicky, and I began to like hiccup, and I taste this very like metallic taste in my, or tingy like saliva taste.
You know what it reminded me of is like if you eat like a jalapeno pepper or something, and then the seed hits the back of your throat, and it's almost like somebody let off like a gas tablet or something.
Yeah.
And that heat, like you said, it feels like you're almost suffocating.
Yep. Yeah.
I had that.
All right.
That's what it was.
It's gotten worse for me like badly, and I've told. Yeah, that's got to be it. It's like it's fucking. I mean,
my dad thinks I've burnt some of the lining of my stomach too.
Yeah,
because I've been a huge like hothead my whole life. Like I love hot wings. Like, dude, hot wings.
Me too.
The hotter the better. I just love hot. And red hot, it goes on everything I eat.
Yeah, but I put that shit on everything.
I know, right? It's great taglines. It's fucking true.
I eat Asian people and I put that shit on them.
Dude, Joe, my post-workout meal every single day
is Asian people
for 6 straight months was pussy. I'm just kidding. It was 4 scrambled eggs, a piece of dry wheat toast, but I always I would put the eggs on top of the toast, the dry piece of toast, and then I would pour red hot onto the eggs. That was my workout meal every morning.
Yeah, you can't. And, the other thing is alcohol opens up your esophagus.
Yep.
So now you're getting that
Yeah, because I took down a 6-pack of Miller Lite the night corrupted.
And how old are you now?
That 6-pack. What?
How old are you?
I'll be 30 in 2 months.
Yeah, so, like, I'm going to be 35.
Yeah.
And this started for me 5 years ago.
Oh, God.
And I was surprised. I was like, wait a minute.
Can we have anything else in common, for fuck's sake?
Well, I don't imagine if I had a big white stripe on my pubes.
Oh, my God.
It's like we were conjointed at the head and the dick. Did you hear my story last night? You probably didn't, but on Throwdown, I don't know if you remember this, but there was a guy.
When did you tell it? Because I only heard about the first half hour of Throwdown.
Oh, it was the end. I showed the fucking the guy who hit on me on my Facebook, who's a gay guy.
Oh, good for you.
Do you remember that?
No, I'm just saying good for you.
Oh, well, I was reading it out loud, and something about reading it out loud, and then I was showing it on the screen was hilarious. I was reading the messages he sent to me, where he's like, hey, man, like, how you been and stuff, and then he's like, how the women treating you? And I'm like, well, my wife and my daughter, they're treating me all right, you know? And then he's like, oh, all the good ones are wifed up.
Oh, God.
And then after like a little while, he basically is like,
that sounds like almost like a Brutus Beefcake type of fag. You know, like, oh man, you're all wifed up.
Well, actually, I'm doing it wrong too, because he wasn't like that. He's like he was a chubby kid with glasses, kind of like Harry Potter if he was like slightly overweight, and he was like a goody two shoes, and he was like one of the top drama people, and all the teachers loved him because he was like teacher's pet, like bookworm smart. But he was gay, and you know, I didn't really talk to him that much, mostly because I thought like, this guy probably thinks I'm a nitwit, you know, and whatever. He's all smart and stuff and whatever. And he's messaging me like, and then he's like, oh, you know, I'd love to see I'd love to see how big you are and stuff like that. and
oh my goodness.
So I shared this whole thing with everyone on Throwdown, laughing my ass off. And then I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, and I'm not exactly saying like, get the fuck out of here.
You were messaging the guy while you were on the air?
No, this happened a year and a half ago.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I know all about this?
Yeah, this is that guy. This
is the first time you've talked about it.
But I went through it again on the air last night and went through the text messages, and where he starts being like, begging me to show him my dick, and where he offers money. And he goes, I'll give you, and then $signs he writes. And then Drew goes, this is the whole Cornette thing. I'll give you $signs.
Oh, yeah.
Please, I'll blow you. I'll suck you off. I'll lick every last drop.
I know. You know, I definitely want to, because you got a cool way of talking in the microphone like this.
He lives at home with his mom in his basement, and he got a cool way of talking in the microphone. Listen up, Joe, you dick-licking pickle licker. You fucking pickle licking asshole. This fuck. That's my favorite part, dude. When he goes, dude, you know what? As fucked up as it is, that I don't know what could happen if I ever run into Cornette in person.
Oh, it's still funny.
And whatever, the fact of a whole relationship and the fact he could have recommended things to me and like other things or whatever else. Like, just even the last 8 years, 10 years.
The best thing that could have happened to you.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I got a promo cut on me by Jim Cornette. That's fucking awesome.
That will live. You will have that in your resume for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Jim Cornette cut a promo on me on his podcast. On his podcast.
Well, not only did he cut a promo on me on 2 different podcasts of his, but he also did with the episode when he had Bolin on. He did another 10 minutes on me there. It's like, Jesus. I feel like I'm almost like Russo.
Could you imagine being on a show with Kenny Bolin and you're making fun of somebody else?
He was such an annoying fuck. Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. This fucking idiot.
Yes.
It's fucking awesome.
Joe, question.
Yeah.
Are we recording right now?
Yeah, I didn't play the intro, my bad.
Wait, we should at least finish up with the Cornette thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, what are your odds on? Yeah, we want to play it? All right, let me play it.
He was such an annoying fuck. Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. This fucking idiot gets on Twitter, and I have to explain, he looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter's instead of actual people. But anyway,
get that right.
I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it on a real show like mine that people listen to instead of your fucking playtime in your fucking basement. But then he would get hot when we wouldn't answer him. Even fucking Morella's not hard up enough for money to ansur him, right? And then it would get increasingly more desperate.
Part about this is,
what's
Joe?
the matter? You don't want dollar signs all the way across. This dollar signs doesn't sound good to you? Like, please, I'll blow you finally. I'll blow you if you'll come on my show. I'll swallow every drop.
You know what's truly funny about that? And
Yeah.
I'm not even blowing you right now, but more people probably listen to you every week than they do his show.
I don't know about that as far as podcasts, but
I mean, you do shows 7 days a week, so naturally you're going to have more listeners. He does one.
you're right. He'll do so. Really, the difference is in the downloads, because all right.
Well, the number of the number of shows. That's the difference.
Like if you get 100 podcast downloads, that is like the equivalent of 2,000 YouTube views.
Right.
So for some reason, it's held in higher regards. So if I was able to get 5,000 downloads a week on iTunes or something, that would be pretty epic.
Well, I think because a download is a guarantee, as to where a YouTube video, you're not always going to get around to watching it. But no matter what, they got your download. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't always get your view on YouTube.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Because you upload 7 videos a week. I only get around to about 2 of your videos, if one.
Right.
I usually try to always watch, not out of nowhere, but your show last night. Throwdown.
Yeah.
I usually always get through Throwdown. I only got to hear a half hour last night, but I have to cut the grass sometime this weekend if it would ever stop fucking raining. But
last night was pretty good. It wasn't anything.
Dude, I think the show the week before that was amazing.
Well, there's been a lot of throwdowns that are better than I honestly have been better than Monetize This because,
but it is Monetize This. It's Monetize This 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's the old Monetize This. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because it makes about that type of money too, because it doesn't, it doesn't have as many donations and things like that.
By the way, what's a droopy cap mean?
I think it's because I'm wearing I'm wearing that. I like that Adidas cap that's sort of like wishy-washy, whereas some other people might wear a hat that's looks like a top hat. It's very put together, nice hat that's square, or that's a good sports hat. Whereas I'm wearing the slumpy Adidas hat because it fits my head better because I got a small fucking head. And yeah, Cornette hates fucking hats and shit like that. So because I know that because he said it before. He's a weird
he's one of those weird southern pieces of garbage who are city southern garbage.
Well, he hates Republicans. He hates Trump. He's really a wild Democrat, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. There is portions of Tennessee and Kentucky where and to me that's the weird I hate everything about the people there most of the part. I love vacationing in Tennessee, don't get me wrong, but the people there are just
Really?
I just kind of wish they'd catch something really bad.
Oh my
and just
God.
kind of die. You know what I mean? It's
oh.
But Cornette is a part of that group who are very, very weird liberal, but they're also they like that they're from the South at the same time.
Yeah. Well,
it's I got Southern pride, but fuck Republicans, those rich cocksuckers.
Yeah, it's weird because 6 years ago I would have marked out for that. I've been wow, he's a liberal like me. This is crazy. But now he just sounds like a lunatic a lot of times. But at the same time, he does have good points on something. But and first of all, I want to say that everybody, become a patron on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show so you guys can hear all this. You can download all the audio episodes of Bailey and Cronin. You can support the show.
Are we still uploading Bailey and Cronin to Corrupted?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so
make sure.
Just letting the people know on YouTube.
I was going to plug it on the show yesterday morning. I wasn't for sure if you still uploaded the shows. I didn't know if you still uploaded them to the Corrupted YouTube channel. You know
who I'd really like to see, get aborted, or whose parents wished had heard the words "stillborn" is that fucking Brian Last motherfucker that he does the show with. That's his podcast partner.
Oh, dude, he's horrible. I never would have thought somebody could have been worse than Alice.
You know, and the reason why I'm saying this, like, is because this guy shit on me with the whole Bolin thing. This guy just goes along with everything. He has no idea about anything. He just goes...
He's a monkey.
Yeah, I mean, Bolin just shits all over me, and he's like, well, yeah, because he doesn't really know anything about the whole situation. Had he looked into the situation, he would have realized Bolin's a fucking turd burglar. And same thing with the Cornette thing, but he just kind of yes-mans everything, so you don't know anything. So Brian Last, you piece of shit, I hope you fucking get in a car accident, and the first person to see you is Jim Cornette, and he steals your wallet, you piece of fuck. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. And yeah, we should probably end this episode, and you guys
we have some dumping to do.
Yeah, we have some. Yeah, I got to dump out us about 3 different things.
Yeah,
and I got to play God, and it would be funny if instead of a beep, we just inserted Tommy NC, like, you know, like it's just him.
What, him like screaming?
No, just hit like us saying his name, like Tommy NC. Like, so,
why?
Like, I hope
that's retarded.
I hope all the Tommy NC die. You know, that type of thing.
I don't think we worded it like that.
That, or we could have him screaming. Yeah, just the scream. The
yeah, no, just bleep it with the "fuck you."
Oh man, people really loved that 11-minute reaction thing on Patreon. That I put
my
up.
God, I was telling Joe the other morning. I was listening to it back. It's the most like narcissistic thing ever, is to listen to yourself back laugh at something that you did on a show.
Yeah, but it's great still.
It's 3 times over. That bit was us reacting to a bit we did. So now I'm reacting to a bit we reacted to. It's the biggest narcissistic fucking douchebag thing we could possibly brag about.
I got so many messages though that were like, dude, that fucking killed me. And it's just you guys laughing at the clip, but it's fucking killing me.
Man. Dude, you know what though? Honestly, like the bread and butter of what we do is when we just sit there and crack up, whether we're making each other crack up or just laughing at something. That is what people love.
Oh yeah, no, people do. Because I love it, and they must.
Oh my God, dude! How long was that?
The clip, it was 11 minutes.
11 minutes, man. Oh my God, and it doesn't feel like 11 minutes. It feels very short.
Yeah, it feels like 5 minutes.
But it is just some of the, and this is not us just putting our own shit over. Well, it kind of is.
Sure is.
But it is legitimately hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's really funny. Like that shit is really funny.
And it's so unforced too. It's like literally us. It was on the post show, for God's sake. And the post show is usually us just dicking the audience around, pretty much.
Even fucking Ken commented on it. He never. I forgot he was even on page. Like I was like, whoa.
Fucking artist.
I'm honestly trying to find the guy. Like this guy. Settle the fuck down, you fucking psycho!
Fucking community.
Shut up, Tommy! I'm trying to help you, you fuck! I'm trying to go back and play what you really said! You stupid idiot!
Blaming the community again?
Jesus Christ! Idiot! Oh my God, dude.
He looks like if John Madden fucked Orville Redenbacher. That's what he looks like.
I'm trying to help you, you fucking idiot!
Joe, we could literally make a soundboard out of those 5 minutes of that show with you and Tommy. What's fucked up and I'm angry about is the show was supposed to be about me and him, and it ended up being you and him. You were funnier than I was.
He turned it into me and him, the fucking asshole.
I
had no idea.
He stole my moment and gave it to you.
Yeah, he did. He put it over to me.
He shifted it like he always does to you.
Like he did it last night too. He did it last night on Throwdown. He did it again.
Joe, I worked for a week to troll this fucking kid and have this big blow-off match on Monetize This, and somehow you got tagged in.
Yeah.
The fuck?
I know.
When you say, it gets me every fucking time. When you go, Tommy, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to help you, you misguided faggot. It's just such an outlandish thing to say. You're going to have to stop the show because I'm going to get to that uncontrollable laughter again where it becomes just obnoxious.
And he that's when he screams or whatever. When he screams, I didn't know what to do, so I just
talk me down, fuckface.
Yeah, then he says that how am I talking him down? Like I'm trying to help him, and he's like, "You talk me down." So then I just fucking like right
When
back.
You go, fuck you!
Yeah.
It was so spot on too. It really was. And it was me and Rose and
oh dude, Rose is in the background going like
even Leah chiming in, just going like so under the radar, blaming the community again. Like, dude, it's one of those moments that it happens once in a blue moon on Monetize This, where it's so perfect as with the way people. It's almost like you're reading a script. Like the lines are put out so perfectly.
Yeah, it turned into the Rose and me fight. Basically like.
It really did.
And I didn't even want to be in a fight. I wanted to be just sit back and enjoy the fight. And instead, I got dragged in.
Good content. And that's why I love it now. But like, you fucker, you stole my moment.
Just like Nancy Kerrigan, that whore. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Make sure you guys are on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You're on youtube.com/Corrupted Podcast. Subscribe down below so you don't miss out on all the episodes of Bailey and Cronin. This was episode
11.
12. Because I counted that other one as 11.
Okay.
All right, everybody, go to hell. See you later.
Fuck mother.